day 2 and I've just left Wick and I found myself like a little military shelter thing. So I thought, you know what, perfect time just to sit down and have a drink and tell you about yesterday. So day 1, it was a challenge. I knew it was going to be difficult because it was a long leg and I probably overfaced myself on that one. However, when I started this trip, I had the idea that it'll be June, it'll be nice weather, and it wasn't. So first of the challenges was 1, rain. Constant rain. I'd say it rained about 85% of the time. 2, gale force winds. It would not stop. It would not stop. So that was really slowing me down. I was just not covering as much ground because of the rain and the wind. 3, boggy. It was so boggy in places. I thought, this is it. My shoes are going all the way in. But thanks to my Merrell boots, such a good purchase, I did well. Challenge number 4, sheep muck. Who knew? There was so much of it. I spent a lot of the time trying to avoid it, but unfortunately I did end up stepping in it twice. Challenge number 5, cliff edges. There was times where you're on the trail and the cliff edge is about 1.5 meters away from you. I was quite terrified for my life in places because it was so windy, so rainy. I just felt like one gust of wind and it could easily just whip me off. So I took my time when I was at these cliff edges, which slowed me down once again. Challenge number 6. Are we on 6? Challenge number 6. Scrambles. There was more scrambling than I expected, and at one point I ended up having to scramble down on my bum with my backpack on, and unfortunately it was that point when I hurt my knee and had to walk the rest on a bit of a dodgy knee. So that wasn't the best. So I spent the night doing the whole deep freeze, anti-inflammatory, and then today I've taped up my knee and it's the best thing in the world. I feel like 20 years old again and there's a spring in my step. Cows in the background there. They always find they're like a horror movie. They just stare at you. So lessons learned from day 1 was definitely don't overface yourself. Nearly 20 miles is too much when the weather conditions are just not great, for me personally anyway. And I also learned I was carrying way too much weight. So I had a rethink, thought about things that I'd brought that I'm just not using and I don't think I will use. So like, for example, I brought my camera because I love taking photos, but I just thought to myself, it's just too much weight, and I have my phone and it's the next best thing. So I decided to send that back home. So in the end, all the bits that I've posted today ended up being nearly 3 kilograms of weight. So I can tell the difference already just by shedding that. So I definitely think I'm moving a lot better today. So the things I am grateful for on day 1. Number 1, the breakfast that I had from the John O'Groats guest house. Absolutely delicious. It fueled me for the whole day. So very grateful for that. Number 2, these things, walking sticks. They are amazing. Whoever invented walking sticks, you are a genius. I love you. Thank you so much. And number 3, I am hugely grateful for Ben and Steve at the Glass Head Lighthouse. I stayed in the cottage last night and their hospitality was 1000%. I'm very grateful. Thank you for feeding me and thank you for just basically looking after me. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Wonderful host. It's only day 2 and I'm already talking to sheep. I think I'm not going to harm you. They get so scared, bless them, and I feel so bad, especially when they've got their little lambs. I try and go around them. But I basically just met a guy the opposite way, and bear with me, I'm just coming up to one of my favourite things of all time. The style! Just met a guy going the other way. He started in Glasgow, he did the West Highland Way, did the Great Glen Way, and now he's nearly finished the John O'Groats Trail. So that was nice to sit down with him, have some lunch, and just talk about what is coming up. Though he did scare me a little bit. He was like, it's quite challenging this. But after yesterday, I'm actually finding this an absolute breeze. So we'll see what it's like as I get further afoot. If there ever was a brown trousers moment, that was definitely it. You were literally just coming down, cliff right by your side, and then you're walking on like a sloped edge, so very dangerous. And yeah, that got my heart pumping a little bit.